And we are live. And I just want to test the stream because I've got the microphone in a new place. So just gotta say everything sounds okay. So just gotta say everything sounds okay. Sounds okay to me. Very good. Very, very good. Oh, but I do need to bring up the chat. Let's try here. Maybe this is a better location. And where is the chat window? Stream manager. Blam. And it's all good now. Got the stream manager going. Got basketball GM up. I guess all that there's left to do is to see what happened on the last episode of Basketball GM. Let's go to the team history right here, where we will find out what exactly went down. Oh man, that's a team. That's a workable team right there. So that's right. The last stream was the saddest stream ever in Basketball GM, where I think I started with getting one last league championship and then going into this rebuild phase where we never quite cut it. Conference champs, conference finals. So this was a rebuild that also had some very unexpected pivots as well in the middle, but never quite cut it until the very end of the stream. So here we are now with a decent squad. I mean, we were 66-16 and just made the conference semifinals. Like, that's crazy. But here we are, coming off a championship with a 58 win team, and it looks like they still got some gas in the engines. Okay, there's some depth coming off the bench, young depth coming off the bench. So like, future looks all right there. That's a 3-point championship winner right there. Craig Johnson, Nick Crossway. We got some potential. But the starting squad looks okay. 270 overall players, and then everybody's hovering right around 60. This is our window. So we're going to let the players play, let the ballers ball, and see if they can go back to back to back to back to back. Oh, no nicotine when I flow, but it's still addictive to mofos. So the ballers are balling. DeAndre Taylor, 26-6, and then you got Christian Marion, 26-10. So ballers are balling. I'm feeling it. Good season though so far. 25-7. Keep adding green to that. I think they're going to go back to back. I think this is back to back territory right here. How's the bench looking? We got 2 players coming off the bench, scoring in double figures. You'll love to see that. Also, 5 assists. Oh no, that's 5 rebounds. I'll take 5 rebounds as well. We can get down with the rebound. We're going to get 50 wins easy on the season. Could we push for 60? I think so. With a margin of victory of 14, we are doing exceptionally well. Except that little mini streak of losing right there. We're all in the green. All I see is green. 60 wins. Easy. We're going to fall short of 65. But that's all right. We're going into the playoffs as the number 1 seed. Ooh, but Mexico City with the 66 wins. They're a slightly less skilled team than ours. So that shouldn't really be a problemo. But now we're going against Baltimore, our friends from the other side of the street, and they got bumped out. Now we're going up against Pittsburgh, and they got bumped out as well. And the cheesesteaks want some of this. What are the cheesesteaks going to get? They're going to get bumped out, and then the inevitable has occurred where we're going up against Mexico City. And like I said, I think that we're a better team than them. If we go to the daily schedule page, we should be able to see a comparison. So they're 51 overall right now because they have a major injury. They're actually a much better team. Could that give us... He's probably going to play. I don't think he's injured to the point that he can't play, but clearly it has hurt their overall. Unless they're not playing him, I really can't tell if they're playing him or not. But let's say he's going to play. Our goal is to win. Either way. That's the game plan. So let's do that. Oh, Greg Johnson sprained 15 games, so he's out. And he was a bench player. But he out now. And that's what? That was the guy rebounding 5 rebounds off the bench, putting in 12 points. So that's significant to lose him. I would say we were already trying to play catch up, but we did win one in New Mexico. Was hoping for the whole thing, but we'll take that. Mexico City is on the ropes now. Oh, this could be it. This could be the end. This could be... Got another injury. But they're still on the ropes. Oh my goodness. We're just going to simulate it. But this is the big game 7. This is the big one. Can they go back to back to back to back? That's the question. And right now they're ranked 62 overall to our 63. They've got a -3 spread. So they are really the favorites by far. Can we do some magic shit? Oh my God. We did it. We did the unexpected. We got the upset win. And that is the end of that. Moving on up. But not for long. I think we've kind of experienced the extent of this team's viability. We're going to have to see how their progressions go, but I think we've pretty much seen the best of this team. Ooh, look at that. 73 rebound. I like that. Here's a guard that can defend pretty well already. Oh, another defender who can shoot. And he's 19. He can already shoot threes. Keith Hall here. No, Darvin here. Could be the pickup. Could be a steal. I'm getting steal vibes from Darvin here. We're going to pick him up. Because I feel like there's some opportunity to be had there. And then I think this is still that rebounder dude that I was interested in. Yeah, we're going to get Gabe here. We're going to get Gabe. Bring him onto the squad. The squad. And that's probably going to be the best of what we're getting. We just drafted a 22-year-old. I don't know why I did that. It's a bit silly. Unless he gets some major pops, becomes amazing. Emanuel Fischer, we gotta bring the fish back in here. And then Steve Culp has been with the team for 10 years now. He's asking for the minimum. We just gotta see. This man's won 2 championships with us. He was the 6th man of the year. He has taken a smaller role with the team in recent years. But he was a decent player for a while. Maxed out at 62. He was, above 55 for a significant portion of his career, but he just kind of really flamed out recently. But he got 2 chips with us. 39th season, he was doing some things. So we'll bring him back. See if we can get him some more championships. Okay. So then, here's the squad. This is the team. Let's go to free agency here and just see. Because I'm only 19 million over, right? What's available here? Nothing and nobody really exciting. No game changers. Raymond's here could be a gamble. You got a potential baller here. That's such a huge gamble. I'd have to clear out 27 million or 20 or 30, 37 million. Too much, basically. Look at the roster right now. 3 of these contracts are only around for 2 more seasons. These younger guys like Don Sales here, depending if he pops, he's going to be asking for a lot more next season. So there's some balances that need to occur. I think the best thing to do is to just let him play it out. Let's give him one more. Let's let him go for the three-peat. If they can go for the three-peat, they can knock the three-peat out. I'll give them that chance. Because they did the unexpected. I mean, this group did the unexpected in that Game 7 on the road. So you really just got to give them another chance. And they just blew the fuck up. What was the team? Pretty sure it was 79. If I go back to last season, I wasn't even checking. Usually I'm checking. Let's just go back to last. Yeah, it was 79. And now it's 82. So overall, they jumped up. Clearly there was some things went down. Of course, Christian went down. DeAndre went down a bit more than I would have hoped for his age, but I mean, you got guys like Nikki Johnson here, who isn't that? Who the fuck is Nikki Johnson? Oh, he's look at that. Pick 30. 30th pick out of Miami. Okay. And after his first season, he didn't really do anything his first season. He played 28 games, 5 minutes per game in those. So, this dude just bumped up 11. His potential bumped up as well. He's 55 overall. So he's a second season, 30th overall pick. He's a solid bench player at 22. Like that screams good stuff. Right. And then you got other situations. Emanuel Fischer, the dude that I just re-signed for $7 million, which was a gamble because he wasn't worth $7 million before, but now 62 overall, his potential popped as well. That's a very reasonable $7 million for a dude that can defend really well. And then you got stuff like Don Sales here, who popped a little bit. What's up, Kissinger? Got lucky. Sales popped here as well. So there's some good things. I mean, look at this. Look at Gabe. We just drafted Gabe. And he popped 9. This is the guy that had the rebounding. Look, he's got some defensive IQ. If this dude continues this route, could be something special. We got three too many players here, so we gotta make some moves. We gotta make some moves. We gotta make some moves. Okay, so on the books, number-wise, we're a better team than last season. And could I even find some dope players that are just trying to ring chase? Yeah. Like a Julio Cesar Ardent. He could provide some firepower. Let's go with our first game. 1-3. Oh, is he gone now? Oh, he's gone. All it took was one game for him to get gone. That's okay. That is all right. I think we're fine. I think we're just going to let the squad do their squad stuff at 82 overall with the OGs in there. DeAndre Taylor and Christian Marion. Emanuel Fischer, coming up player in Craig Johnson with the injury, fractured foot. So it's an interesting team. There's some good things, there's some bad things. Really great to see Craig Johnson was putting up points like he was last season, starting out 13-4. But then you look at the guy like Nick Crosswhite, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists off the bench. 20 minutes as well. Like, that's fantastic. And then you got Nikki Johnson here, and he's deep, right? Like, he's deep down the rotation. He's playing 16 minutes a game. He's putting up almost 7 points and 3 assists. That feels like silly efficient for where he's playing at. And I mean, he's putting up an 18 PER, right? Like, that's higher than a bunch of dudes. Well, at least one that's playing better than him, but even some people in the starting squad. So he's really good at that position right there. And this team is gelling. I didn't even scroll up. They only lost 4 games. We got 54 wins, and there's still 25 games left in the season. So this squad is really fucking gelling. Now that I'm looking, we're falling apart. Everything was great when I wasn't paying attention. But we're going to win 65 games. We might even be the top in the league. I mean, you got 260 overall players coming off the bench. 3 more around 55 plus. That's solid depth. Okay, 73 wins. I'll take it. Nobody even got close. Look at Phoenix with 53. Oh, man, the West is just either bad or super competitive. I don't know. It's hard to say. But this could be the three-peat for this squad. I really didn't have high expectations for this squad. If they go and win like 4 or 5 championships in a row, that would be pretty phenomenal. Got some game winners happening over here. It's looking good. Oh, until we got to Boston. Oh my gosh. Was there an injury? There must have been an injury. Yeah, I don't know how bad it was. It could have been bad enough to knock him out, but damn, so they could not cut it this time, and Mexico City is going to come back from down 3 to take it over. How fucking wild is that? Gosh golly. What's up, basketball fanatic? Oh, it's all good. You didn't miss much. Just championships everywhere, all day, every day. It's how I do. How you doing? Let's go to the next pick. Nobody with skills. No skills left over. All the skilled players are gone. So can I still find some steals? Oh, look at that. 66 rebound with no height. Could be a diesel small forward. You know, could be a Charles Barkley. If he got that endurance, does he have that endurance? No. He does not have Barkley endurance. No comment. There's no comment on how you're doing. Is that not a commentable subject? Am I referring to the wrong thing? Jonathan Howard, he's 22 though. That's a bit old. If somebody could teach this dude rebounding at 67 height, he could be dope. Let's take a gamble on him there. Let's gamble on the height. Yeah. Okay. I think that's enough. I think we got the crew. The YouTube grind got you bugging. You grinding on YouTube? You making YouTube stuff? What's your YouTube grind? Oh, look at Don Sales here asking for 22 million. Is he worth it right now? No, but we're gambling. We are gambling. We gotta keep Craig Johnson. This man is putting in 14 and 5 off the bench. Miroslav we could probably let roll. I think everybody else could just roll, really. Like, thanks, y'all. We had some good times. But I didn't draft none of y'all. I feel like giving them a redo. Like, let them run this shit back. I mean, they were the best team by far. And there's still a bunch of young developing. So here's the deal. If I give them time and they develop and they're all better and the team rating goes up, this was a great play. What I'm about to do right here. If they regress, it's sad times ahead because there's really no future plan for this squad unless they all improve right now. So where do we go from 79? 81 is a larger number than 79. Okay. You know what? It could have been much worse. And we have interesting developments here, like Chick Johnson. Isn't this the dude? Didn't I just draft this dude? 30th pick. Yeah, this is the guy that I just drafted. And I was like, if we see some improvements out of him, right? This height could be really handy. Rebounding didn't go as much as I'd like, but if he continues to improve, that is fantastic. What's up, Alex Noobs? What is going on? Hey, crispy donuts. Look at everybody getting all friendly in the chat. You friendly motherfuckers. Look at Don Sales here. I'm doing good, yo. We're trying to figure out what's going on with Basketball Fanatic because he's apparently deep into the YouTube stuff, and he's like, you gotta go big or go home. But it's like, what if you go so deep that you no longer have a home, right? Like that's always the considerations and the trade-offs that you have to make when you're diving deep into these projects. Like, is homelessness an option? Right? So there is a further degree of effort past go big or go home, right? Because if you're going to go big or go home, you're implying that you will still have a home to go to, right? So do you really want to etch out that next level of momentum, that next level of effort, which is go big or go behind the dumpster? That's really the next, right? Like go big or go build a tent in the woods, right? Like there's some other levels there that you could unlock if you're brave enough and or stupid enough. It really depends on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. But I think here we did okay. I think we took a risk and we do in fact get to go home, which is exciting because I have been next to dumpsters. I don't enjoy the experience, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not particularly fond of their construction, design, or purpose, outside of a trash bin. I think trying to use one as a home is typically a result of some bad decision making. Really should have went big, in terms of if you're going to choose go big or go to a dumpster, why wouldn't you choose go big, right? So if you went to the dumpster, clearly there was some logical error that was made. It was a coin flip. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a coin flip and you still fucked it up somehow. How do I continue my league even after shit progs? I just don't get shit progs, bro. Just pick ballers. All I pick is ballers. If you got shit progs, then you're picking the wrong. Like, you see these pops? Do you see this? This is excellence. Okay, this is excellence in motion. I didn't make bad picks. Just don't pay attention to these players down here at the bottom. As long as we ignore those, like, all I've got is hits, right? Like, this is just killing it, fucking killing it. So my suggestion would just be don't make mistakes, right? Like, if you just make the right moves, then you're all good. It's all good, baby. Right. Well, Basketball Fanatic said it's always better to take a shot and miss than to not take it and wonder what could have been. That is one of those, like, it's subjective. That's a subjective statement, right? Because you have to decide if living in a dumpster or the woods is better than launching your scam NFT crypto project, right? And like nobody buying into it. And then you spent all of your money on this thing and now you're living in like a van down by the river, or in a dumpster or like in a tent. Like, you have to, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, some people aren't okay with that. Right? Like collecting carts at Walmart and delivering for Domino's on the side. It's like, for some people, it's a good trade-off. It's better than going big, and then through some sort of error arriving at tent in the woods. It's all about risk. Um, what's that thing called? Risk valuation, risk, whatever. Yes, the basketball gym blood cult. That's how I get these progressions. It's just good picks, man. Let's simulate to the end of the play-in tournament. Also, are you paying maximum on your fucking training in finances? Like, I always have this shit number one. Like, I always keep everything number one because I want the players to be as happy as possible, and I want them to have the best chances possible. So, as you can see, we have 72 wins and 10 losses, which is typically a good time. What's up, Azevedo? Shall we simulate through the round? We shall. And we just swept the first round here. You got to pay for Basketball GM Gold to join the Basketball GM cult. But it has to be blood payment. So you actually have to like find a black market dealer in blood and literally sell your blood to this black market blood dealer, and then you can take that cash and buy Basketball GM Gold. It's a roundabout way, but it makes Satan happy. So we try to accommodate. But yeah, if you want to get pops like that, like, that's how you do it, bro. Just fucking sell your soul. That's it. It's fucking simple. Just sell your fucking soul through a blood donation. You can just get nothing but progressions. This is a fun stream. Could you imagine some kid is like listening to the stream with their parents nearby, and somebody is just like, yeah, you just gotta find a black market blood dealer and just like sell your fucking blood. You can be as cool as us. Duh. Like, what kid wouldn't do this? Fucking take your vitamins and let your blood. You could sell your kidney. It does grow back, I think. Probably better if you're younger as well. So to the younger listeners, if you're gonna donate your kidney to join a blood right, like, probably do it when you're younger. I'm guessing there's more like natural stem cells in your body to reproduce whatever it is you need to do. Did I mention that we're in the finals here? So, like, we should be able to beat Mexico City really, really easy. So far, so good. Don't kidneys grow back? What grows back? Is it liver? There's something that you have that, like, you can fucking remove part of it. You're gonna have to Google that for me because I'm too busy winning to do an anatomy search right now. We just won. Faux. We just did faux. We did it. Brick wall achievement. Good things is happening. Bro, I'm telling you, there's something in your body that regrows. Like, you can fucking, or maybe kidneys, it's because you have two, right? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like, you have two kidneys, so you could just give one away, right? Like I don't know. Just bro, check this out. Almost my whole team is taking up the second team. Like, none of them are for Dante Bowman could have, but Don Sales, DeAndre Taylor, Christian, like, my whole second team, my whole first team is the second team. And then I got three people in all defensive. That's why I got the brick wall. Defensive oriented team, baby. 6-man. Look at Nikki Johnson with 6-man of the year with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 6.8 assists. Look at little Nikki. Look at little Nikki Johnson here. It's 23, 30th round pick. Bro, I don't remember what the tallest player. I've ever seen. Isn't there a way to find out somewhere? Like player stats? This is player ratings. It's thinking. I don't know. Pretty sure we've seen somebody above 90. It's going to take forever for this shit to load because there's like 500,000 million quadrillion players. If Nacito was here, he would know. Okay, hold on. Can I search their height? Man, I guess not. Well, what if I just search the person that had the most fucking defensive rebounds or total rebounds of all time? This dude averaged 18 rebounds for his goddamn career. So we're going to assume that... Oh, he's actually not that tall. He's not that tall at all. Excuse me, I'm just repositioning myself right here. But could he rebound like a motherfucker? He could rebound like a motherfucker. Bro, I did save all the box scores. We still have all the box scores for all of this shit. I didn't delete anything. But anyway, I don't remember how to do it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody over 90. I am pretty sure that I seen somebody over 90. I am oh, it's probably in player bios. Is that what you said? You probably said that shit too. Oh, you said you did. You fucking said player bios and I just ignored you. Bro, I picked the tallest player. Oh, it's just for that year. Ah, damn it. I don't know how to pick it for all years. But I have the tallest dude in the league right now. At 92. Boom. What did I say? Over 90. But he's only 7'7". So your guy was like 8 something. So he's probably like 95. 98. I don't know. It's pretty tall. Here we are. Back into the draft. Back into the motherfucking draft. Where I'm gonna get some more picks and just laugh. Because they're gonna be badass motherfuckers. I'm telling you. I've been getting lucky with these picks. These late round picks are all developing into bowlers. And that's how you fill out your team. You get these dope secondary picks. And then they evolve into really solid role players. And then if you get really lucky, they develop into decent starters. And sometimes if you have enough decent starters and you have even better ballers, superstars, they can mix well. Right? Because your superstars, they want to take the shots and you want them to take the shots. So if you got some other decent starters that aren't so hungry, they aren't like volume shooters and shit, you know, but they can assist, they can defend, good stuff can happen. Yeah, I clicked on that drop down and it did not show anything fair there. This is an interesting player. I see opportunity here. He can already kind of defend a little bit. The shooting is not quite there, but the passing is there. The dribbling is there. The potential is there. Like if you see that offense IQ pop and that three-pointer pop a little bit, then you got something special brewing. So Martise, let's see if we get lucky with Martise. Like, I know he's the second rated one left, but sometimes the ratings work well. Sometimes it's okay to trust what basketball GM is telling you. Okay, it's like, this is a second round pick, but this guy can kind of see a basketball fanatic, go get your stuff done. Aaron Jones. I'm gonna move this even more. I'm making a bunch of adjustments here. Apologies for interrupting what's going on. Okay. Ow. Ouch. All right. Is this stabilized now? Very good. I'm still moving shit. I said I was done, and then I went back for more. Okay, let's try that. See if that works. If the microphone is too loud, let me know. You can probably hear me breathing and everything with where it is right now. Okay. Breathe deeply. So we are moving on to resigning. And now we got some decisions to make. Because, like, this dude's 33 and he wants 17 million. And, like, yes, you've been a baller. You've been with the team with us forever. But 17 million. Because then Dante Bowman wants 16. And Nikki wants 20, and really I want to help them all out. Like Steve Culp, we got to keep Steve Culp. I'm just going to auto sign him right now. And then who else? Fuck, man, they just won it again. I'm just going to let them run it back. That's fine. This is terrible. These are terrible contracts, and I might have to trade them because they're so ridiculously, like, what if I just sign you for 2? Right, and then what if I didn't mean to do that. I mean, this is the contract I can believe in, but yeah, I think we're good. Gabe didn't turn out as well as I was hoping. It's only 34 overall. Let's go to free agency, and we will find out if there is doubt on the season coming up. I don't know how it's going to go. The team has changed a little bit. Just a little bit. Everybody's a little bit older. Are they going to get better? That's the real question. Not too sure about it at this moment in time. But, I'm just sitting here in free agency, just humming along. Okay, so this is interesting because the team is fairly young now. I don't know how that happened. But we had some younger players that developed. Of course, Christian Marion is going to get worse. DeAndre Taylor is probably going to get worse. But we've got some lights here. Nikki Johnson could continue to improve. Maybe we see some pops in that potential. Dante Bowman, we're hoping he stays right where he's at.
Chike Johnson here. Fun name. Strong player. Let's see if there's some improvement there. 78 overall team right now. Do they improve? We would love to see it. 72 win team last season. 9 days we find out where we go from 78 overall. Do we go up? Do we go down? Do we go around? Oh, we go down. And it's not looking good on the pop. Pops are looking pretty anemic. Craig Johnson, slight improvement. DeAndre Taylor, slight improvement in extending that career. He's got a big contract. The question is this a... Is this a championship team? And I think the answer to that is, let's see how they play. Because you got some mix here. You got strong guards. They're not amazing, but so it's not a really dominant offensive team. I think it's interesting that our leading distributor on the team is coming off the bench. And he's putting up 8 and 7. Probably we'll let him continue off the bench, but maybe we give him more minutes. Maybe that helps out everything. I mean, 30 and 10 is not horrible. There's still room to win 60 games. We're just going to have to see. Uh-oh, Crispy Donuts is talking about his fantasy league now. Why wouldn't Giannis play? If that dude lost his leg one day, he would probably just stick a broom handle in there and just run out onto the court. Is he injured? I haven't been keeping up. I've been basically just keeping up with the Wizards, who are number 1 in the East at this point in the season, which is very early, but still very unexpected. Bradley Beal isn't even the best player on this team anymore. Isn't that crazy? Is that not, like, the most ridiculous thing to say right now? Is that Bradley Beal has stayed on the Wizards, and they're the best in the East, and he's not even the best player on the Wizards at this point. Who would have said such a thing? We are still moving right along, and the rematch with Mexico City is here. And it's looking good for us. It's looking good for us. It's looking great for us. I'm feeling that. Hey man, we gotta let this squad just play. Yeah, dude, Kuzma is. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking right now. I'm looking at like who's doing what, and you could really say that Kuzma is at least on Bradley Beal's level. Like if you wanted to debate who's the better player on the Wizards, how could you argue against saying that Kuzma is at least on Bradley Beal's level? If you were saying that there's no debate there, you'd be lying. You just be lying for the sake of I don't know why. But if you really want to get more audacious, you could really say he's the best player on the Wizards right now. As far as the person that's there most consistently, that's making the biggest plays, that is still contributing as a team player as well with the individual impact that he has made. You could say Montrezl Harrell is in that discussion as well. Like, there's a lot of players on the Wizards right now that I mean, if you want to judge best player by impact, you know, that discussion is wide fucking open at this point. And then you got a lot of young players coming up, like Gafford, who's not quite there yet, but man, does he bring fucking energy, and does it seem like he's got his head in the game, you know? And then you've got so many players that came in with experience around greatness, right? Like Dinwiddie was on the Nets. You know, he was only playing with the big trio for one season, I guess. Maybe two. I don't know how long they've all been there, but you look at Kuzma, you look at Montrez, you look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They all been playing with greatness for a few seasons now. You know, you tie that in with young players that are aggressive, that want to get better, like Gafford. Right? And then you bring in other just like ballers like Neto, the guy from Brazil. He's not a strong defensive player, but he's balling on the offensive end. I think we got to keep Crossway. He's probably expensive. Yeah, he's too expensive. But we're just going to keep the crew together because they keep winning and they're doing it unexpectedly. Giovanni here. Like, let's see if he pops. Fuck it. Let's get those contracts out there. Steve Culp has just been around, bro. We gotta keep this man going. Keep getting him chips. But yeah, man. And then the Wizards are missing, you know, players like Rui Hachimura, which is, I mean, he was on Japan's national team. He's been trying to develop himself with the Wizards for the past couple of years in a starting capacity. But he don't need to be pushed out that quickly anymore. Like, they have some time for him to really spend with just excellent players and you know, develop more naturally than just kind of just being thrown out there and being like, yeah, you got to figure that shit up. Figure LeBron out, like right now, like real quick. Just sort that out. Like this dude that's been in the league for 2 decades, just, yeah, sort him out. All right, we're at 75 team rating right now. We're just gonna fall. We're going to fall down to a 66 team rating. Our starting squad basically got obliterated. The bench developed a little bit. There's some hope in there, but nothing that's going to keep us competitive. So I think this is really the last season. I think this is it. I think we have a chance to make it into the playoffs and maybe make some noise, but you know, every team has their run together, their time together, and this squad is really just getting to the end of that. Still some good numbers being put up here. Craig Johnson, this guy has just been a bully for fucking years now. He's putting up 16 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. 35 years old. He's getting paid for it. Getting paid pretty well. He was an MVP one season. So this is a guy that's been here doing dope things. One-time MVP, 4-time championship winner, Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. It's got a bunch of accolades. But yeah, 57 overall at this point, falling from his peak of 72. See if we can get him one more championship. See if they get lucky. And they're doing well. Average margin of victory is 47. It's 10. We had a record of 47. We up to 51 now. How many rings do we have? And what is my opinion of the Ben Simmons dilemma? Well, Ben just really he didn't do the wrong thing. It was just bad timing, really. Like I just don't think that there was a lot of places for him to go, but he played, you know, I think he played the same kind of game that a lot of players have played, which is like, it's what Harden did, right? It's like, oh, like y'all don't want me, y'all think about trading me, you know, I'm gonna just be extremely difficult so that y'all trade me as soon as possible, right? But there's no real flaws in Harden's game at his position, so he has a lot of places that he can go, right? But Ben Simmons, you know, his situation wasn't really him just being upset and wanting to go somewhere because things weren't going well. His was more, you know, I'm catching a lot of heat, right? Because of how we exited the playoffs. And now I've got all this heat on me. Mind you, I just got bounced out of the first round of the playoffs. So don't feel bad, Ben Simmons. I'm not trying to critique you. Like I don't know how you feel. Like I know how you feel. Okay? I know how you feel. I'm feeling it right. We're 1-1. So I'm not just trying to talk shit about him. But what's up, Ferret? We're talking shit about Ben Simmons. We're not. We're just saying, I'm just saying that when he decided to be really difficult, it was when there was a lot of spotlight on his deficiencies. Right? Like, he had just been bounced out of the playoffs, and people felt like it was because of the way he didn't perform well in certain crunch time situations. There's always those questions about his shot and how much that impacts, you know, his effectiveness on the court. And, there's a lot of heat on him right after the playoffs. And so what does he decide to do? He starts being really difficult. Right? Now, if you're James Harden, there's a lot of places you could take your skills and go and like be effective. Right? And he has shown his ability to improve over the years and to bounce back and to just like really shrug off a lot of the heat. But Ben Simmons hasn't showed that. He hasn't showed that he has that mentality of like, oh, okay, I have these things about myself I need to improve. Like, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to improve them and be a better basketball player, right? So now you've got this dude who's clearly extremely talented. The potential is there, right? Like with the Harden, but Harden also has the numbers, but like also shows the improvement. This guy hasn't shown the improvement, and he comes with this big contract, and he comes with all of this flack and all of this drama. I feel like when your game is limited, when you're being difficult, when you have all of this, when your game could have potentially been the reason why you're catching all this heat, and then you decide to be like, fuck y'all, trade me. It limits the number of places that you can go. I think it limits what people are willing to give up for somebody, and the 76ers know his potential. They know how valuable his potential is, right? So they want the value for his potential. You don't just give up a guy like that, right? That has that much potential. But he does come with a shitload of question marks because of his attitude, because of, the obvious deficiencies in his game and the timing in which it all happened, right? Like, he could have bounced back and been like, bro, Allen Iverson went through the exact same shit that Ben Simmons is going through. That whole, if you go look at the whole fucking practice speech, we talk about practice. I'm supposed to be the franchise player of the game. We ain't here talking about practice. You know what I'm saying? That whole discussion was, partially in how there was trade discussions after they got knocked out of the playoffs. And this dude is frustrated, right? Because he's supposed to be the team player, the franchise player, and like there's discussions and talks about him being fucking traded. Right? And what happened? He goes out there and he fucking blows all the smoke away. Like, he gets out in front of there and he poured himself out, and they fucking roasted him up in the media, right, at that time. For going out there and talking about that shit. But, that's the difference is like you look at Allen Iverson and like he'll go at it. Right? He always improved his game. But like you don't see that from Ben Simmons. So it's not even like Ben Simmons is going through a unique situation for Philly where you got players that are supposed to be pivotal players, but then people in the media are like, maybe you're not the right person here. Nah, AI didn't refuse to practice. I don't think he refused to practice. I think he just... It sounded like they were really just blowing up. So, or maybe he did refuse to practice one day. I don't know, but he shows up for games, and Ben can't even show up for games at this point. So even if AI was just like difficult in that sense, he laced him up for game day. And that's more than Ben at this point. So it's tough, man. That's how I see the whole situation. It's like I don't think he really made he made the right move in the wrong context. That's really what I think happened. Like, he was just, I don't think that his actual superstar potential had been realized enough for him to try that maneuver. You know, if he had for the past 2 seasons developed some range to his shot, people would see that trajectory and be like, yeah, we need that, like, now, because this dude is developing. Like, he's going to be the next LeBron, the next person, right? Like, if this dude, like, all of a sudden was trending towards Curry, you know, level shooting with his length and his ability and all that, like, people would be throwing around first round picks. But you're looking at somebody who's like, are you just going to take this huge bag and then he doesn't get any better, and then this attitude just persists where like, you can't even get this dude on the floor? Like, I don't know if that's worth 3 first round picks, bro. Yeah, I saw that tweet as well. But I think the tactics are just that they want him to get in there and just, like, fall in line and get with the program. Like, didn't he get kicked out of practice just because Doc Rivers asked him to do some drill and he didn't want to do some drill? Right? Like, I feel like maybe he's not being treated like a superstar anymore internally, right? Like, it sounds like Doc Rivers really, really cut him off at the knees, and he's like, you need to build yourself back up, and I'm not just going to treat you like nothing happened, right? And, like, he can't handle that. Dude, this team got so much worse. They're so bad now. Fuck it, we're just going to let him play it out. This crew is done together. But yeah, man, it seemed like, you know, like he is not up for taking on any challenge. That's just what it seems like with, right? Like, he doesn't want to take on the challenge of playing in front of the fans. He doesn't want to take on the challenge of, you know, really being coached by Doc Rivers, by, you know, how he would probably coach a lot of people that he just feels like needs to get it together, right? Like, maybe he's not getting that special kind of treatment anymore that is you know, not conducive to development, improving himself. Maybe he's just been coasting by on his potential for so long. He's upset that maybe some people are trying to, like, start him off doing things that maybe he didn't have to do before, and going back to that. You know, he's not up to the challenge of the media. I haven't seen him talk to anybody in the media, say anything in the media. AI was in there with a press conference. Even if you go watch I go watch that press conference every once in a while just because it's a wild press conference. But there was a point in the Allen Iverson press conference where somebody was like, oh, okay, like, that's enough questions. Like, they were trying to end it, and Allen Iverson was like, nah, they can keep asking questions. Let's go. Let's do it. AI is like, yeah, let's do it. Media, what's up? I'm gonna just pour my heart out on this issue here, right? And called them all out. He sat at a table in front of all of the media and, like, called them out. Ben is nowhere to be seen. So it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of challenges with coming back from how this was handled. There are tremendous challenges. It's not Bro, we're 7th seed in the semifinals. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, man. Embiid is tired as well. Like, people are tired. Like, you gotta... At some point... Bro, we made it into the fucking finals as a 7th seed. Not even just a 7th seed. Like, we fucking won. How did this happen? How is this possible? Is Seattle good? Oh, they probably have the best player in the league right now. But anyway, I've ranted enough about that. Let's see if we can get past Seattle here. That'd be pretty fucking amazing. And the first game, we just got thwomped. Second game, close. Close, but I think our Cinderella story ends here as we lose the third game in Washington. And we lose a fourth game. And Steve Culp has retired. He was the jolly giant for it. I don't know. I don't know how it happened. Things just happen. I don't know how things happen anymore, but they just happen, and I'll let them happen. Got the owner happy. Got the owner hyped. Can't be bad at that. Would you give up being broke to be Ben Simmons right now? Like, that's a fucking... That's a question. I don't know if I would want to be in that situation, even if I was rich. Like, that's tough. Like, you really gotta... Either you hope Philly finds a fucking trade to get out of there, and it doesn't even matter if that happens, you will still be known as, like, a really whiny player that couldn't work your way out of that. Right? Like, we're well into the... Like, if you look at the Kyrie situation... That dude is basically not playing because of his own personal issues. Right. Ben Simmons is also not playing for his own personal issues. Basketball season is happening without them. Right. Like, it's going. Life moves on. Basketball is bigger than any individual players. And it's just happening, and they're not part of it. That shit is wild. I can't believe this team got to the finals. 46, 47. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. This team is over, but we'll give them one more shot. They got to the conference finals. They're not going to do anything, but whatever. We've had this squad forever. They got a couple of chips under their belt. Let's go to the preseason and see what happens to them. Obviously, it's going to get worse. There are no good things happening here, but that's okay. 45. That is horrific. Toby Blackman here. has decided to be the future, maybe we build around Toby. Maybe after this season we make a bunch of moves and we build the whole damn thing around Toby. But I mean, we got Dante Bowman here, taking up $16 million off the bench, $6 million from Chris. Nikki Johnson's got $20 million. It's just like bad stuff everywhere. But see, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, is that like Ben Simmons very well could be worth all the shit that Philly is asking, but he hasn't demonstrated a trajectory for that, for reaching that potential, right? So I don't think that's why this shit is in such a deadlock, yo, is that if Ben Simmons had demonstrated the past couple of years that he was on an upward trajectory in terms of developing himself, then he could be a diva here. And he would have helped Philly, you know, wiggle their way into getting 2 first-round picks and like a difference-making starter. Or maybe I think they're asking for 3 first-round picks. Maybe it happens if that dude was, you know, shooting closer towards 40% from 3. But he hasn't demonstrated that. And Philly, you know, knows what he's capable of. Everybody knows what he's capable of. But he hasn't showed a trend line of achieving that. So now you're acting like a diva. Everybody knows you have potential. You have no way of showing that you have potential, but you are sure as fuck showing that you know how to be a diva. And that is demonstrably your most widely discussed skill at this point. That's what everybody's talking about. Nobody's saying Ben Simmons has increased his shooting percentage beyond the arc every year for the past 3 years, and he's increased the number of shots that he's taken. Nobody's talking about that. Right? In terms of what you actually do, we're still talking about the same things that everybody's been talking about since you got into the league. Okay, basketball IQ, been talking about that. Okay, you can distribute the ball, been talking about that. You know, but what are we talking about that elevates you to a level of player like a James Harden, like a LeBron James, like a Giannis Antetokounmpo? Nothing. There's nothing to say there. So now you put Philly in the situation where they have no way of guaranteeing anybody betting the bank on this player is actually going to be able to cash out. And you want to be a diva, and you haven't given any team any reason to pick you up. But everybody been talking about your potential for the past 3 seasons. And so you think that's enough to get you moved quickly with the diva attitude? Nope. Unfortunately, you set yourself up for failure there. This is Ben Simmons Talk Radio. We'll be covering the Ben Simmons drama all day, every day, until the end of time. Basically because we know that this event will never end. Brett McCarthy here is looking like the guy, and I think it's also But oh my God, Brian Turner is the dude. Brian motherfucking Turner is the guy. I think we just got to steal. I think theft of the highest degree has occurred. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Dan Sales is asking for a very respectable $4 million. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. So we can actually keep Dan. I think big shit is about to go down. We can keep Nick. He's been here for 10 seasons. We're only $4 million over the salary cap. So if we go to the trading block here, well, actually, let's get past free agency. Or get to free agency. If we go to free agency, and we look and we see this dude by the name of Deron Jenkins, who's an absolute baller. Could this guy help take us to the next level? Or do you risk going on Jelani Eldridge, who oh man. What if we mix things up here, is what I'm trying to say. What if Nikki didn't exactly turn out how I was hoping, and we gotta do right. And we trade him for a second round pick. Like, I think that's necessary. Right, and then you got a Dante Bowman, and he didn't quite develop, and he's just making an arm and a leg. And we were able to trade him out for literally a pack of cigarettes and a handshake. Right, and then Emanuel Fischer's not really that bad. DeAndre Taylor could be worse. Chick Johnson did not turn out like I was hoping. He did improve, but not quite to the degree I was really hoping for. Okay, so we made quite a bit of room. Quite a bit of room here where you could pick up a guy like Jelani. Blam. And then still have enough room for a Stephon Thompson. Wham. And then still have a bit of money left over for a Cam Taylor. Now this would be... I made a bunch of signings here. The question is, do they actually improve? Because if they improve... Oh, look at Trevon Bailey here. If these players improve, Joe Culmer also trying to make some things happen. If these players improve, maybe we are reloaded for another shot. Like, I don't know. We're 62 overall team rating right now, which is better than the 40 or whatever we were at. But let's see. Do they get better? Do they just become monsters? No. Everything got dramatically worse. This is just a perfect summation of everything going on right now for me. Damn it. At least Russell got better. Come on, Russell. We gotta get you in shape here, dude. I'm very scared to see what's gonna happen here. I mean, we gotta roll with it now. We don't have a choice. I just blew all this money. I just bet the farm. And let's hope that the cows and the sheep don't run away. Because I think we're about to get liquidated. Let's see what a 54 overall team can do. That is the question. That is the question. We're going to learn a lesson. We're just guessing. But I want to see if we're going to be a playoff team. Basically, no. Injuries have contributed to this. I think it just goes to show how lucky we were getting those other championships with such a mediocre team. It's not looking much better here. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. How long have we been streaming here? About an hour and a half. That might be a good length for the stream. We'll see. I'm trying to win. Oh, wow. I think we just made it to the play-in tournament. That's unexpected. As a 7th seed, so we got to try to beat Philly here, and we do, which means that we move on to the 7th slot. Could we go up against an Atlanta? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. Not even a little bit. Just absolutely munished. Okay, Joe Coma retired. Just a lot of sadness occurring. A lot of sad things happening. Damn it. I was really hoping to see more out of the younger players. And we're not even going to get a good draft pick out of this. Fuck it. Let's bring Xavier in here. Xavier's got some interesting qualities. It's a bit older, but that's okay. Alrighty then. So here we go. Got to bring back Toby. Martise. We only have room for one spot. But let's give him a shot. Let's just keep this squad together. And see where they go from Well, let's see free agency. Maybe I do some more wiggling after all of the disaster. Like, see, Anthony Ainsworth here would have been a much nicer pickup. But he refuses. So that's okay. We're going to respect that and look elsewhere. Maybe a Caleb? How much would I have to free up? It's basically 40 million. Where did I fuck up with 40 million? Like, Stephon here is not a bad pickup, but Jelani did not improve. And that's troublesome. And Emanuel Fischer here is also troublesome, especially since we're on the books for that contract for quite some time. Do we get some first round picks out of this? No, I'll take an up and coming guard. Watch us solve all of our problems with this one quick maneuver. Okay, maybe not that quick. I'm looking for Caleb here, and more wiggling will need to occur, like a DeAndre Taylor here and a Cam Taylor. Can we break that down in something smaller? Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes. Which means that we can go to free agency and we can... Oh, we're so close. So close. Almost there. Okay, what about Mr. Bailey? Who else is kind of like Dan Sales? I'm sorry, buddy. We're making moves. We got to make moves here because this is a bit troubling. Caleb. This could be the best or the worst decision ever. It's one or the other. It's very highly likely that it is one or the other. It is either the best or the worst decision ever. I don't think that it will fall anywhere in between. Hey, look, it's Nikki Johnson. Yeah, we have one. We have a roster spot. Let's bring him back. Fuck it. Fuck it. Bring him back. And we'll see what happens with this 43 overall team. Does it completely fall the fuck apart? 48. 43 to 48. Toby Blackman. 29th pick. He developed. Darius Tunnel. Picked him up in a trade. He developed. Not too much outside of that, though. The Caleb pickup. Not working out. Stephon Thompson. Getting even worse. So what if I were to go to like player ratings here and I went to see the best player in the game and I saw it was Elijah Forte here and we can't trade for him? What about an Eric Brown? Like what would land me in Eric Brown? Can't even trade him. Can't even trade him. Fuck it. Let's let Toby run the team at 24 years old. This man can shoot the three. He's got endless endurance. He is a defensive-minded monster. Could he elevate this team? And he's injured for 16 games. Okay. So that's really where everything is at the moment. He's taking a break. He's taking a rest. But he will be back, and he will be reloaded. And let's not look at the team score right now. Let's wait. Let's wait for Toby to come back, which he has. He's playing 34 minutes. Give him some more minutes. We just want to make sure that he's in there. Taylor Rice is... Who's Taylor Rice? That dude is making shots to finish games. Can we build a team around Toby? I kind of want to build a team around Toby. We have 3 seasons before his contract explodes. Maybe we just tank this out at this point. Maybe we just tank this out. Could we do that? Could we just let Toby play? We don't want to ruin his stats. But Caleb is killing me, Caleb. Okay, so we're going to get a good pick. Watch us get the first overall pick and draft a team-changing player. We're going to have to see about that. Let's go to the lottery where we have a chance, even though it's slim. Shit. Damn, we fell far. So everything that should not happen is happening, basically. That's just fantastic. That is amazing. Well, you know what? Some streams are just like this. Some streams you give it a try, and basically everything just gets a little fucked up. It happens. It happens to the best. We'll bring Russell back. Everybody else can walk. And I don't know what's going on in free agency. Oh shit, do I gamble on a Jeffrey Hampton for $26 million? I still want to keep Caleb. Stefan can probably go. That's $20 million. I don't think I have enough to free it up. Let's just see what happens in preseason. If the team gets worse, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Ah, fuck it. Toby got better, but everybody else got worse. This is going to be a bigger rebuild. This is going to be need to be a way bigger rebuild. But let's save it for the next stream, shall we? We got some championships in on this one. Next one's going to be a big rebuild, and maybe we can rebuild it around Toby. Shit happens. Oh well, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.